A few days ago, I was on the subreddit r/creepygaming. Is there I stumbled upon an iceberg chart by there were hundreds if not thousands of entries, but on the lowest tier, meaning the tier with the most disturbing games, one title caught my attention immediately. The Mall Predator game. It's time we dive into this rabbit hole. At first glance, this game doesn't seem disturbing at all, but it contains one of the most disturbing and darkest plot twists I've ever seen in a video game. One that made me sick to my stomach. But before we play the game, let's go back to when the game was just a theory, and no one knew if it was a hoax like that evil farming game, or if it truly existed somewhere out there. Like I mentioned in the intro, it all started when I found this iceberg. But now my goal was set to find this game, so I started digging deeper. I started having some doubts that it was just another made-up legend. Like the iceberg's author said, many of the comments under the post seemed to agree. I tried googling some more obscure game title from the bottom of that iceberg, but it was quite difficult to find anything solid. Was it all just an urban legend or perhaps a creepypasta? Searching Predator game gives you nothing, no indie titles, no lost media, nothing at all. It was as if the game had never existed. And that was what I thought until I came across one specific post on r/tip of my joystick. An indie game where you're a man desperately looking through a mall to find your kid. The very end reveals you're actually a child predator looking for a kid you've been stalking. Others started joining the search, and the thread became one of the most upvoted in the subreddit. A user named PomShiPrincess suggested checking out the Giant Bomb YouTube channel. According to them, Patrick from the channel had played a game that fit the posted description during a spooky game review series called
Spooking with Scoops.
But after digging through almost all of Giant Bomb's videos, there was nothing. No one could find the game. Other users offered similar games based on the description, but none were quite right. People started to doubt it ever existed. Months went by, users occasionally returned to the subreddit, asking if the game had ever been found. But there were no new leads. The poster even reached out to Patrick from Giant Bomb. This is how that went. So, an unfortunate dead end. I contacted Patrick directly, and he didn't know what I was talking about. Is there any other horror game / let's play channel you follow? That might have been it. Someone else from Giant Bomb, maybe. I'm almost certain it was him doing his spooking with Scoops. I remember he played it right in the middle of a bunch of other games. I remember he really didn't want to dwell on it because of the subject matter. I think he said something like, "Okay, moving on," when the stalker unzipped his pants. I guess he might be trying to let that one slide into obscurity. That's certainly the game though. I remember the Let's Player I first saw play it gasp and get awkwardly quiet at the zipper bit. I don't know what else to do then besides skim the videos, but they're on the premium section of the site now. Thank you anyway for all the effort. Well, it seemed like the hunt was over, at least for now. What we did know was Patrick definitely had played the game, but he had possibly removed the video, and he didn't remember playing the game, or just wanted to move on from it, which I can't blame him for. But then suddenly, almost 2 years later, a miracle happened, and the original poster content is... Update. Oh yeah. Update. I found it. After combing for a year, I finally turned up the game. The game's name was Arcade. Well, there it was. Mystery Unsolved. It's no wonder finding this game was so difficult with a name like Arcade. I mean, that is possibly one of the worst game titles I have ever seen. It would have been near impossible to find just by searching for it. It's incredibly generic. You can't Google Arcade and expect results. The game was in a giant barn video, and no one, buried under more than 8,400 uploads. The video didn't have the game title in the name, but now the game was found. The next question became clear. What the hell made this game so disturbing? Using the Wayback Machine, I was able to download it. The description for the game states as following. A worried dad is seeking his son in a large, dark arcade room.
Arcade. This damn kid spends all his time playing video games.
Anyways, after clicking enter, we start off in an arcade entrance, with one objective at hand, find your son. We walk over to a newspaper on the ground and it reads that a child murderer is free. The other people in the arcade are just black silhouettes with white glowing eyes, and attempting to interact with them just causes them to scream. We keep searching and we find baseball bats that are needed to smash the arcade machines that are blocking our path. We also find a bracelet with the name Nathan engraved on it, presumably our son. We keep going and smash into this secret room and find a photograph. It's us and our son. Why is it here? We make it into another room after smashing the last arcade machine, and the music becomes intense. We are in a crowd of silhouettes. A new objective is added. Don't let them touch your son. So I move on to the final room. Inside, the room is quite empty, except an arcade machine and our son Nathan. Our movements are slowed and we approach our son. The child is scared and runs into the wall, backing away from us in fear. As you follow him and corner him, this animation plays. Then the final line. Dad is home. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I also apologize for not uploading for like 3 months. And what else should I apologize for? I apologize that the audio was a little weird in this video. I had recorded everything when it was like really hot outside. So I had a fan on and it was impossible for me to record without a fan. It was so warm. Well, yeah, I hope, yeah, did I say thank you for 500 subscribers yet? I don't think I did. Thank you so much for 500 subscribers. That's absolutely insane. So thank you so much for watching and goodbye.